Okay, we are live in this week 16, game number 16 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Buffalo Bills going up against the New England Patriots. We are at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Now let this go. See you all after the game.
Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Buffalo Bills. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Singletary. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out come the New England Patriots, led by their 6'5" veteran quarterback, Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile, that's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fans going to get lucky and get the game ball.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Newton. He completes it right side of right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. That kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And it's now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. Out of the gun, Newton. On the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, Newton. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'm not sure if this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early in the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him over the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The shotgun snap for Newton. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you get a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to it.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Allen and the Bills Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. So after the INT, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you are closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. His throw caught, got out the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and had the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Sonny Michel's touchdown camper that polished the drive off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set into our defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, he's set up to throw. A quick throw to the caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful on one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now they're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Then he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love actually a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now run with Singletary. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And the line of gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we're calling the 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
Those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Operating from the gun. Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. From the gun, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. But that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
look to run with Singletary. That is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On first down, Newton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Newton. Trying for Edelman again. This time he's got it. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside with one of my college coaches called the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's White. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Newton able to get this to his running back right. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
A lot of times when you get a magical 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So they come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Newton to Michelle on the screen. And Michelle will have the first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. For the red zone now, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they took the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling said we want to preserve this for the final moments of the second quarter. Now Fulk for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one an 8-play drive that spans 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Allen now on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, left side caught by Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From midfield, here's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Redich, who gets in there to bring him down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. It was an excellent first half from the former league MVP, Cam Newton. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here we go for half number 2. Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. On the return, it's Taylor. And able to get this out to the 25. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Once the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They start the second half with Michelle on the ground, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough here.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a carrier's position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Newton. Catch is made by Harry. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. It's past clock at the 4. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead is right at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
For the extra point is Folk. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones who need to touch the ball. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in the team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And he's able to get a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And it's Michelle once again. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try one for it. Here's Michelle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're on the air now with Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Make a nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. the gun. Newton. And intercepted. Turning point they need. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Buffalo set to get the football back here. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Going to be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 32. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. They're probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He completes it right side of the lane. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delayed game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, Michelle. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game, right? They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. It's Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he will have the Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and they'll wind up the 1st down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sonny Michel, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
But someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now 4th for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Sonny Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. And the Bills getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On play action, Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Second and 11 at the 41. On the ground, Michelle. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up. It was the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No. What a second hefty adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gunn. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Like I said, have it, the Patriots are winners over the Bills, 28-7. That ended the stream. I'll be back tomorrow for another live stream. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, man.